What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Nerd Locker podcast, where we get your, latest gaming, entertainment, and movies
Not so
information.
easy, is it?
Nope. You know what's funny? I practiced in the mirror and definitely fucking failed.
I practice in my car.
I'm Oliver, and
I am Adam.
I'm never doing that ever again.
And welcome to your monthly podcast where you don't really care how the intro is, right?
Yeah.
Right? All right. Anyways, so you guys probably heard a couple days ago we did our DC Flash trailer reaction review video. And now this is our monthly bonus episode. And again, we are talking about
The Last of Us. Oh my
episodes
God.
4 and 5. So if you guys have not seen, and I promise you, we did not see the episodes before doing that review or the review before that. But this guy has been predicting.
And I played the games like 4 times. So
I guess so, but it's maybe not predicting, but you always tell me like, wait for this, and then it happens.
And then it happens.
So I really don't want you to say that this time. Because you're going to say something shitty, like, wait till Ellie dies, and then right between the eyes.
Dude, the memes you showed me are the amount of happiness that Last of Us has, and pages are just empty.
Right? So episodes 4 and 5.
Give me your opinion of it. I want to hear what you say for someone who hasn't played the game.
So when 4 started, I'm not going to lie to you, I was like, uh-oh. They're hitting it. They're hitting that wall. And then all of a sudden it just went from 0 to 100. And I'm like, oh, wait. Because it's funny how out of all the gameplay I've ever watched of The Last of Us, I specifically remember that car thing with the guy shooting at them.
Yep.
But then it was a guy on top instead.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, okay. And then it just kept going. And it was just another thing I will say, Pedro Pascal, and was it Troy Baker that did it in the game?
Yes, Troy Baker does it in the game. Yep.
They sound exactly alike.
It's that Texan accent.
Dude, it's like
It's pretty good.
there's no difference.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed 4. I do think it's a slow start.
4 was a build up.
Episode.
4 was a build up.
Definitely a build up to a lighthearted time, between Ellie and Joel, the jokes and everything.
The
back and
laughing,
forth.
I loved. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, they're finally connecting. This is amazing.
And then that episode ended, and I
Ooh.
saw it,
Ooh.
and I'm like,
I called it.
So I watched it. Also, last time we talked about this, I said I watched it alone in my bed. I'm not alone, guys. I do have a wife.
Everyone's fucking wondering about that.
I just sounded so lonely when I said it. She just hasn't watched any of it yet, so I have to watch it by myself.
He edits the episodes. That's why he's acknowledging it.
But when I saw that, I was planning to go to bed and watching the next episode the following day, and I was like, who needs sleep?
Yeah, right.
And I just blasted through that.
So you watched 4 and 5 in one day, one night?
Mhm.
Oh,
Straight through.
Did not do that.
Yeah,
I waited a week.
I did not.
Oh, you're kind of lucky.
I didn't watch 4 for a while
honestly, you kind of did it better.
because I was gone on my honeymoon.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So yeah, I watched 4 and 5.
In one night.
Right, one night. Yeah. So crazy. But what about you?
Oh,
what are
my
your
God.
thoughts on it? Because
so many thoughts.
I'm going by
One,
know.
the lady from 2.5 Men threw me the way the fuck off.
Did you know that she has an accent in real life?
Wait, what do you mean?
So do you watch it on HBO Max?
Yeah.
Did you just stop after the credits?
Yeah.
You
We've talked about this.
Yeah, you should probably keep watching.
Wait, where's she from?
I don't know. First I
What?
thought it was a English accent, but then it sounded
It's
more
probably
a
like Welsh or something.
Scandinavian accent. I don't know. It was weird.
Oh,
dude.
I did not. Oh, I gotta watch that. I did not know that.
Every one of them you should, because getting to see the behind the scenes of how they've done some of the stuff.
Getting to do that.
It's so good. And then
I'm
they show you a preview of the next one, and then they show you the promo for their podcast.
Yeah.
Which I do listen to that as well.
Mhm.
Those are super interesting to hear because they were talking this last one about the kid that played Sam.
Okay. Yeah.
And how they auditioned for that because they were trying to find someone that was they were looking for a black kid that was deaf, which dude. So the guy that runs the show said he ran it by the creator of the game, and he was like, "Why didn't I do that?"
Yeah.
Like,
Not a
that's
thing.
so good.
Not a thing. But super good.
But they like, this kid is brand new to acting, and they were like, he was phenomenal.
He did
And they
so
said
good.
they hope that other people in Hollywood, when they watch this, aren't going to just look at it and be like, "Oh, he did good." They're going to be like, "Oh, we could put him in stuff."
Yeah.
Because they said that he deserves so much
He
more.
did, dude. He did really well.
Only 5 people auditioned for that role.
That's kind of crazy.
And it was all through video.
That's so. Oh my god. That's actually really impressive. I did
Right?
not know that.
Yeah. So he did phenomenal.
He did
'Cause
a great
and
job.
he is deaf in real life, and they had to, all of them had to basically learn ASL
Yeah. Wow.
for that and everything. So it was like, you got to see the behind the scenes. It's so cool
Yeah,
because
alright,
he's
I'm
there with
gonna
his
have to look into
interpreter
it.
and
I'm
doing
gonna have to look
interviews
into
and
it.
stuff, and it's amazing.
God damn it, man! I can't believe I missed that. But 4, I knew was a build up. Again,
Is
2.5 men.
was that the same build up as the game, like leading to the same thing?
Um,
Or was there more time between it?
you don't get the background of like the group that's looking for them.
Dude, the kid that was begging for his life,
You don't get that either.
saying his name and everything, my name. Like, I
You
thought
don't
for a
get that
fact
either.
he, because his hand was behind his back, I thought he was gonna pull something out and try.
And oh man, no, you don't get that either.
But he was like full on, like, I'm
No,
sorry.
there's that whole scene is actually done a little bit differently. Joel does notice that it's a trick, runs that guy over, and they're about to run into something, but something comes from the side, like a giant semi, and smashes into them. And they're actually not in a like laundromat, which is in the show. They're
Yeah.
more in like a convenience store.
Okay.
And it's a really intense scene where Joel almost gets his face stabbed in by like the glass of a cooler. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's correct. And there's no hole where Ellie is. Ellie does help you. Ellie does stab someone in the back, which is a common thing to help Joel. That was a good game reference. And yeah, it was that where the guy begs for his life was compelling because you don't get that a lot in the game.
Yeah.
And in the game, you typically like feel more because you're playing this character,
Uh-huh.
and so it's like the player's choice on if they want to shoot them or not sometimes. But no, in the show, I'm glad they added it in. It was a good
It
addition.
humanizes some of them, you know.
Yeah, it was a good addition.
But what was her name in the episode? The girl from Two and a Half Men.
Man, you are killing me right now. I don't know.
I mean, does that character exist in
I
the
don't.
video
I
game?
don't think it. I don't think they do.
Then what was the conflict between, like,
The
what was
whole-
happening
the
with
whole
the two
point-
brothers at that point?
So the whole. Oh man, I don't know if I remember that. I know you run into the two brothers, and you are running away from this like group, but you don't get background from the group or why they're running away from this group. You're just helping these two brothers escape that city
Okay.
because like in I think it was. I'm pretty sure this is episode 4, where they try to go through a tunnel and it was like completely blocked off, and they had to circle back.
Yeah.
And so that's like the whole sequence of the game was escaping that city, and I can't remember.
Her name is Kathleen.
Kathleen, yeah,
In the show, yeah. Crazy bitch.
Very. Actually, she did really well.
Like, she did not give a shit. She was like,
She
"Killed
did
the kid."
not. And oh, dude, I really thought this was gonna happen. Oh my god, what are you doing?
No. The car falling into the ground. The truck, just like,
Oh yeah,
that didn't happen in the game.
They
They came out, but that's not how it happened.
no.
It was from noise that they came.
Yeah.
When they were that's another thing. If you see the behind the scenes on that,
Fucking damn it!
it's practical. Most of
Really?
it was practical. It
That's
wasn't
so
that wasn't
cool.
CGI.
That's so cool.
They literally had a bunch of actors in makeup just start storming out of that freaking hole.
That was that did.
I think
that did happen
I
in
think
the
the
game.
bloater was CGI.
The bloater was a huge thing. I knew I saw that hole in episode 4, and I was like, bloater,
yeah,
gotta be. And so, dude,
ripping his
that
head off.
fucking wrecked.
He
I
was like,
saw
go,
those like,
go,
holy-
go, and he was
and
just
they
like, "Ah."
they did the same angle where they blurred it out and
Yeah.
focused on something else.
Uh-huh.
They've been doing that a lot this whole now.
all of entertainment,
Yeah.
even music. No, just kidding.
Fuck off.
Well, music videos probably,
Probably. I don't watch too many music videos.
but
But no, it was super well done. The whole sniper sequence, accurate. Him sneaking around, game,
yeah.
all of it. Him, like, you sneak up on that person and fuck him up.
Oh, that's another thing. The little girl that goes into the car to get
Little
Ellie,
girl.
the girl infected, the infected girl.
Oh, not a
That-
thing.
well, okay.
In a game, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I saw it.
Yeah.
No, but also another practical thing. That's a young contortionist, 9-year-old.
Really?
That played that role.
Holy
So
shit.
her like moving that way was her,
That's super fucking cool.
right?
That's
There's
impressive.
a lot like for a show.
They have like really realistic stuff.
For HBO Max, you would think they would just spend more on CGI, but no,
But
they just
no, they got
I
like
think that's what makes it scarier because
more
going to
real.
horror, I'm not afraid of horror movies anymore. But like American Werewolf in London, with that whole like transformation
yeah.
and how practical that was,
Oh,
because it
yeah.
was just a machine.
right.
But it's just like when you don't use computer effects, there's just something
It's-
creepier about it.
And it's just like and this isn't horror, but the first Indiana Jones, like the melting
Yeah.
face.
It makes it feel real.
It does, yeah. And that I mean, that
You know?
sells.
Yeah,
Oh, I did not know that.
That's a
really
lot of
cool,
actors.
actually.
to like get though. To,
I mean,
like
they're giving people jobs, which
storm
is
out of that.
amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
And that scene was not that whole.
Every
scene was
time,
so
like,
in-
also, I'm not gonna lie, I had so much anxiety every time he had to cock the gun back because I'm like,
Bolt
what
it.
happens in those 3 seconds? Like,
I
you
know.
don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh, was it that?
Because
show
he
that
like
said that?
pulls his eye away, and I'm like, don't pull your
Don't
eye
do
away,
that, do
man.
that.
Don't do it. Like, keep your eye on
But
her.
in the game, you're looking down the scope. But when you cock it back, it shakes a little bit.
yeah,
So you're missing like
the
Ugh.
things that they captured from game to show, like the
it's
same
actually
feelings
really,
that are invoked.
It's really well done
Yeah.
so far. And I just took a trip and we were a couple of friends who were talking about like our favorite TV shows. Last of Us right now is so far top 3 for me.
Yeah,
Like it's up there.
like all time.
Yeah. Like
Honestly,
most
yeah.
recently, we're not doing like older stuff that are finished.
Yeah,
It's up there for me.
yeah,
Would you say so?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think of what I'm watching now anyway, and like
It's like
I'm not watching a lot, but right now I'm excited every time another episode comes out.
I know.
Like it took me so long to watch 4 and 5 because I was on my honeymoon. I'm not gonna lie, it was just a little bit in the back of my head. I'm like, I can't wait to watch The Last of Us. And I like really wish my wife would just watch it.
Dude,
she wants
would
to.
like it. She
wants to. She just doesn't have the time yet, but she will.
Yeah, she'll
And
like
she's
it.
gonna like. She doesn't even know
Mm.
anything about The Last of Us at all.
That's
like,
dude, going
at
in
all.
blind for any movie or anything, best thing on the planet.
Yeah, if you've never seen it or ever played it or ever heard of it,
Go and just
watch
do it.
it. Don't even look up anything. Don't even Google it.
I
Just
played the game
start
4
watching it.
times, and and the show's still good.
Yeah, no matter what it is, because it is a different story,
Yeah, it's a.
but it's the same beats.
It makes you feel.
Yeah,
Neil's amazing. I love
but
Neil.
now, do you think, in your opinion, are they going too fast? Are they
No,
moving?
I don't
through,
think
are
they're
they
going fast
plowing through
enough.
this yet?
They're not going fast enough.
They're in episode 5 and they just did this.
And they're doing. Are they doing 8 or 10?
I don't know.
If they do 10, it'll be fine. But I feel like they're gonna cut something out,
Yeah.
and it's a character played by Nolan North, who we met,
Okay.
and he's like a villain type character. There's a scene in the game where Joel is injured and Ellie goes on her own during the winter season,
Mm-hmm.
and you play as Ellie basically.
Okay.
But I think they're gonna cut that out. In order to keep up, I think they're gonna cut that out. They're just gonna meet with the brother and cut out Winter.
Well, okay. So no winter, like the holiday winter, like
no.
the
Like,
weather?
so the game runs in seasons.
Yeah, I know.
I think.
See, you don't watch. See, this is why you gotta watch at the end. They show you a preview of next one. They're
I
literally
don't like watching the next one.
they're in the snow.
They're in snow. Okay, so it fast forwards that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because last episode, spoiler alert, by the way, the brothers do end a season, which is spring, I
Mhm.
think, or summer or something, and then they do hop into winter. This is the first scene of the bunny being killed.
So it looks like, at least through Wikipedia, it says 9, but I think it's 10 episodes. I
Okay.
think it's 10 episodes.
Okay.
Which ends literally in the middle of March.
I don't know if they'll do the villain I'm thinking of then. I don't think they'll. If they do the Nolan North villain, I am going to love the show.
But if they're hitting, like, okay, so next episode, obviously,
They're
like,
a
it's not a spoiler because it's in a preview. They meet up with Tommy.
A what?
They're meeting up with Tommy.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like in the preview they show him Tommy like,
Yeah.
in the
Okay.
snow.
Okay.
So what I
Which
remember
mean
from the
okay.
gameplay,
What do
they're
you
gonna
get?
cover the whole first game by the end of the season. They have to.
Then they must bring Nolan North in. Well, not the I'm his character, not
Imagine
him.
they do bring in Nolan North.
If they're bringing Nolan North, he can't act.
He wasn't in those posters we saw, so maybe.
He wasn't in the posters.
No, he might be in it.
Yo, stop. I want to message him right now.
Right? Eh, but they gotta be covering this full game. They have
They
to.
have to because they already confirmed that they're doing the second game.
Yeah.
They have to. This has to
Man,
be
are they
happening.
really gonna?
They're gonna pull this off. They're gonna pull this off.
They.
And
I
they
know
have
I've said
to-
it in
and
so many
then
of
once-
other reviews. I don't think they're gonna
when
kill
they
Pedro
arrive,
Pascal,
there's a
but after
whole-
this last episode, no, they might.
And then there's, oh man, I can't believe they did a whole episode on Bob. And then, yeah, the ending is fucking brutal. I know that. They should be able to pull it off because I've mapped it out with someone before.
Because
I know you're listening too, by the way. I know.
because think about it this way too. Like they are also not only just progressing the story, but they're progressing the character development. With Joel, after what happened with Sam and his brother,
Right. Mm-hmm. They have
like
to connect
realized I don't want to go through this. Like,
Right.
I don't want to bury this girl.
again. Right.
I buried too many people.
Dude,
essentially.
can we just really briefly talk about how cold-hearted Ellie is? After that burying scene, she was like, "All right, we gotta go."
I don't know if she's cold-hearted.
Or is she like closed off?
I think
Dude, she shot that dude.
she did.
She was excited to have a gun.
Well, she said it's not the first time she's hurt somebody, which I'm assuming refers back to Arcade with her friend.
Right.
Which they might even add more to that because that's another
Technically,
thing, though.
that's a DLC.
I know,
in the
but
game.
we saw on the posters they have
they
her.
have it. Yeah.
So they might spend a whole episode on that.
that sounds.
So maybe
logical.
that's how they
That's probably why it's 10
bring in
episodes.
some filler. Yeah, like maybe they
probably what it
do
is.
prolong some things off
I can see
because I can also see them like spoilers. That's all we do for this show is spoilers. It might also end season 1 with like her going to the hospital and they tell
I
Joel
can see
like
that.
she has to die and like that's the cliffhanger
Right.
to the next one.
No, well, hold on. The cliffhanger is Joel doesn't tell her. Joel lies to her.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm saying in the show it might be the cliffhanger.
Oh,
like,
I
before
see.
they get to what happens at the hospital.
Oh,
They might open up season 2 hospital.
Oh, you think so?
They
I don't think so.
I don't
I
know.
don't think so. I think they're gonna end it with Joel lying. Oh, we're calling it right now. Joel's gonna be lying. I think they're gonna stick with the
Okay,
game.
so we're halfway through the season. We're gonna make our predictions.
Yes.
Okay.
Joel's gonna end up lying,
Okay.
and then season 2 is gonna be a massive jump, where Ellie's older. It'll be a whole new actress. Sorry.
I don't think it'll be a whole new actress.
Oh yeah. If they're waiting, if it's a year or two, I don't think they'll bring Bella Ramsey again.
I don't know. if
Because
they-
14, the jump is 18, 19.
yeah, true. They have to go. No, I did finally find out confirmation. It's 5 years between games.
Okay.
So it's
Because she fucks in that game.
she does. So does
Both
Abby.
physically and Abby? I fucking love Abby.
Abby also gets fucked in that game
She does. Yeah.
in a much more graphic way.
So good. Oh, wait, yeah, that was weird. I didn't mean it to sound like that. I just meant it was a... Can we go run the ads?
No.
Okay.
But who do you want to play Abby?
The
Oh
same.
God, I don't even know if I want to ask that anymore after that last comment.
I don't know because the face structure was modeled after somebody who's a streamer,
Mm-hmm.
but the body wasn't, obviously.
She's jacked, dude.
She is jacked.
And then she got even more jacked
It's
in like the
fucking
time
so
between.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who's like that young and that. I don't know. We're gonna have to save this for another episode.
Is Abby the same age? As
They're about
Ellie?
the same age
I think
because
Abby's a little older, right?
maybe a little bit older.
But when her father gets killed, she's younger.
she's younger. Yeah,
And yeah.
that's the whole internal that like.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, a revenge story that lasted 5 years to get to that guy, to finally kill him.
greatest death in any video game.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah, I showed you like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, no. I mean, we've already kind of talked about it, but we won't go into details. But like,
But
yeah, no.
ooh,
That. Do you think they'll do POV when it happens? Like the game?
shit.
Like, do you think they'll do it from his point of view?
I think so. If HOB HBO
HBO.
HOB
If Hob Max.
if home outbox. I think they will. If they did that suicide for the brothers, there's no holding back right now. In
You know what's
terms of like
funny? How
emotional effect.
they change just the slightest things too. Like in the game, when the brother takes his own life, he goes through the side of his head. No, through under his.
No, it's under.
his. But in the show, it was the side
It's
of the
side.
head.
Yeah, it's a slight detail. I wonder why they did that. I don't know. Maybe it's just
Just to show the. I
aesthetically
think
feeling.
it's showing the difference. Like when The Walking Dead started stemming off, Robert Kirkman said, "Oh, basically what this show is alternate universe, like different timelines. So it's like certain mistakes lead you
Oh,
down
I
different
see.
things. So I think with this one, it's like the things that are different change the outcome of even the littlest of movements, like the butterfly effect kind of thing.
Right,
Because like
okay.
with Walking Dead, everything is the same up until episode 5 of the first season.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything is almost beat for beat. It's episode 5 when they mention the CDC and actually travel to it. That was the only thing that wasn't in the comics. So
Got
at
it.
that point was when they started doing their own thing. Was literally
Gotcha.
4 episodes in. Oh, and
Okay.
Daryl was not in the comics. So like even Daryl just coming in
Oh, I forgot.
and
about
being
that.
like, "Where's my brother, man?"
Yeah, yeah.
And
Merle-
Merle wasn't in the
Merle
show
wasn't,
either,
I
or in the
wouldn't
comic
assume. Yeah.
either.
Merle's a good character.
Like Merle and Daryl are what changed the entirety of that show.
That's for sure, definitely. I agree.
And like no wonder they became Daryl became a mainstay, because like Daryl was always that wild card that could die at any given moment, but also could do so much.
But everyone loved him so much.
Yeah, that's
All
why
right.
he's getting his own series.
Since we're running out of time, I want to briefly
Yeah.
touch on something.
Go ahead.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Yes. Speaking of video games,
Speaking of video games, it's just come out.
I
Oh my goodness.
just want to know how dark you can get in that.
I don't
Game.
honestly. I think I don't,
Like, how many people can you kill
I've
before
seen
you
a
get
lot of
expelled?
people killing cats. If
Like before you get
that.
expelled, like are they just like, all right?
I don't think it. So here's the thing. So I haven't played it. I've been watching
Are you killing
gameplay.
in secret, or do people know you're killing everyone?
This. Oh, I don't know. I know you can like torture people.
Like if you had a classmate that you know is just like killing everyone,
you can
they
definitely torture.
You're just gonna
people.
still sit next to him in math class?
I mean, it's like GTA.
What up, Bill?
It's like GTA. You get like a couple stars, and then you just have to outrun them.
No.
But so the game so far is beautifully made.
Yeah.
There's a lot of controversy on it. We won't touch on it. Both gameplay and ideals, I guess.
Yeah.
I've only seen gameplay from my shout out to Hogwarts Legacy Guru. Thank you for that. They're definitely listening. And it's a little bit glitchy. I wouldn't get it right off the bat, but it's just tiny glitches. It's like something gets stuck in your hand.
Yeah.
Like a bottle of potion. Regardless, it's a beautiful, well-made game. Shout out to the devs who work like 70 hours a week to make the game. There's the map, massive. It's the biggest map I've seen.
Damn.
It's super huge, and you get a broom. You can fly around. You get a hippogriff if you want. Fly around on that too. You can fight other fucking students if you want to.
See, that's kind of cool. I mean, speaking of glitches, have you ever seen any of the Pokemon ones from the latest Scarlet and Violet?
What are they?
There's like one where like there's a Vaporeon that's about to attack you, and it just like slowly slides off the cliff,
Really?
and you're just like, oh, but you're still stuck in the battle. Like you're still waiting to attack,
There is,
and then all of a sudden, water gun pops out of thin air
I saw,
from down below.
I saw a glitch recently in Harry Potter where you have to follow somebody and they get stuck in a glitch and they're just walking like over and over and over and over and over again, and you can't do anything about it unless you reset the game.
No, I no, it's gonna become a thing, because even with Pokemon, like they have like people are just living for these glitches now. They
So
just want to
funny.
find them because they're so funny.
It's
And I guarantee you, Harry Potter is gonna be like right
Harry
behind
Potter's
that.
so many funny glitches. It's oh my god.
People like play now for the bad. It's
Oh my
crazy
God.
what we've evolved into, you know.
Oh god, I
But-
love glitches. Glitches make it hilarious.
I mean, I
You're
that's
waiting
the-
for the Switch release, right? Do we know that date?
July 23rd.
July.
Sounds right.
Dude, that's so. See, Nintendo waits for updates.
I don't know. With Pokemon with their glitches, they might be just making better ones.
That's
Making
probably
better
also true.
memes.
Making better updates.
Yes, better glitches. Every time you get an update, it's a different glitch. But, I mean, what are you gonna get it on if you do?
Oh, I'm getting it on PC. This is
Okay.
bad boy behind me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll hook up a controller though. So
I mean, there's a lot of things around it, and we won't touch on that, but yeah.
there's a lot of things.
Yeah.
They're copying Destiny 2 based off of like armor and stuff. They're copying a lot of games, which is fine.
At this point, you run out of ideas.
Which is fine. I don't know why people are
Yeah.
complaining. There's a quick thing, and I told you this post-show? No, pre-show. Hufflepuff is the yeet. I almost said yeet.
Is
least
the yeet.
least used class, but you get to use the mission that takes you into Azkaban.
Might be the least used class, but it's also the Puff Puff Pass of the.
I don't know what that was.
It's the Puff
But
Puff
true.
Pass of
The
all
Puff Up
things,
Pass is
yes.
closest to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Most used Slytherin. Most side quest is Gryffindor. So whatever your class is, Ravenclaw, super neutral in the middle.
I'm gonna pick Slytherin. What are you
think
gonna pick?
Slytherin? I might do Hufflepuff just to.
Do
go
you get to
with
pick where you're at?
Yeah.
That seems a little not right.
I mean, that's how it is in the movie. Like the hat doesn't pick for you.
Well,
The hat
it
picks what
kinda
you're
does.
thinking.
It's called the Sorting Hat for a reason.
Wait, no, because
Well, then in
shouldn't-
that case, they would just be like, Harry Potter, what do you pick?
he picked Gryffindor because his buddies were there. He's supposed to be in Slytherin like his dad.
But no one else was whispering. He was the only bastard that whispered.
No, because fuck it. Wait.
Ron cried.
Oh, okay. He did whisper it.
Yeah.
Not Slytherin. is
Because
what
he was
said.
like,
Not Slytherin.
eh?
Not Slytherin, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, you pompous
All right,
piece of
that gives
shit.
you
Yeah.
1 out of 3, though.
So I
don't know.
I feel like you
can pick
shouldn't
it.
get to
You
pick.
think it's random?
No, I
That's
think no, not random, but the Sorting Hat's magic is like supposed to,
Kind of guide you.
yeah, like even in when I was out in Los Angeles and lived out there for a while, I went to Warner Brothers studio tour, and on there they have the Sorting Hat, and they just put it above your head,
Oh.
and then it tells you what you are.
Okay.
If it was always something that you say, then there would be no point to have that ploy.
Okay. All right, we got to cut it off. We're
So-
running out of time. But yeah, we're gonna have a whole conversation.
So you're gonna be a
about Sorting
Hufflepuff?
Hat. I might have 2 accounts. I'm just gonna have to. I want to do the Azkaban thing
They just want to go there and smoke with a prisoner.
with the Dementors.
You want some?
Dementor's gonna be a fuck. What's that?
Like in Scary Movie. Speaking of which, real quick, just to let you guys know, since we talked about it, I've watched it. It's so much funnier than I thought it was.
It's not that. All right, it doesn't. Hold
Literally,
up.
Miss America's Miss
It
Felicio.
doesn't hold
I
up.
can't.
Shut up.
I can't.
Where can we find you, Adam? Jesus Christ.
You can find me at Amore Photography, Archangel Films for the production company, and for the podcast, obviously Nerd Locker Podcast on all social media platforms.
Yes, you can find me at TheSphere21 on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, anything else.
Anything.
Anything. You say anything.
Anything.
Anything. If
All
you
right.
get that reference, I love you.
Yep. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.